Hey, what's up guys, it's Orange Abomination. I'm back here with another video today about, we're going to be ranking the SML Five Nights at Freddy's videos from worst to best. And I'm not going to waste any time, let's get right into the video.
Okay, so at the worst spot out of the four, that would be Five Nights at Freddy's 3. This
Why is
one,
that? Why is that?
with this one, it was, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but it's certainly not as good as, for example, any of the others. Like, the backstory is decent, but in the end, it just doesn't really compete with some of these others. It's good in certain ways as well. Like with the backstory with the purple man suit is pretty good. Um and then the spring trap suit was pretty good, but another thing that made it kind of that they could have done a lot better and like made it really good was if they added in um the spring lock trap failure. If they
Yeah,
added that,
that would have been really good.
this would probably be the third best or the second best. If they added that one scene. That one scene affected the whole thing, just like it affected the whole FNAF movie for the better. If the FNAF movie didn't have that one scene in it, it would have been way worse. It would have been a terrible movie. I'm not saying that it wasn't a terrible movie, but
It
I'm
was
saying
pretty
it would
good.
have been
It was
a
a good
way
movie.
worse movie. So FNAF 3, it's the worst. It's the worst out of the four, but it's still pretty good. Next up is obviously it's gonna be FNAF 4. Personally, like quality wise and stuff, and like entertaining wise, it beats every single one, especially FNAF 1 without a doubt, because it gets into it pretty quick. It's non-stop horror, non-stop action. The animatronics, all of them were specifically designed to look. They were all of them were modified, of course, and then they didn't have to, but they decided to add in the plush trap, the fun like with plush trap thing, even though just as a little reference that people were able to get,
Yeah.
and those references are what like help it become better. Like FNAF wouldn't have like that as high of a Rotten Tomato score if people get the didn't get the jokes or get the references. So that's why like it's important to understand those and understand what you're doing and actually be an enjoyer of it when you're making something like this. That's why FNAF 4, putting it as 3 out of the 4, but certainly is definitely the most entertaining out of all of them. We hope that sister location will be entertaining.
We
That
hope
moves
so.
on to our final two.
Alright. And the number 2 spot is going to be, it's going to be the first one. This one's the original, and it was pretty good.
It's released on October 27th.
But the only problem is, like, it's kind of slow getting in the beginning. Spend most of the time with Brooklyn Guy thinking Jeffy's just messing with them. And it kind of takes a little bit to get into the actual, like, Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. But when it gets there, it's pretty good. Like with Foxy being good, like a good guy for some reason. I think it's
Well,
pretty.
Foxy's mainly a good guy in the second and third one because they don't actually. They are scared of Foxy. They close the door on him, and then at the very end, they get jump scared. But it turns out he just wanted to get dropped off at his cousin's house. So
I thought that was.
it wasn't till FNAF 2 when Foxy really like was a big part and was a good guy, and FNAF 3 of course.
Yeah. And that only leaves one left for number one. It's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Why?
Because first of all, my opinion, FNAF 2 was the best game, and I feel like FNAF 2 was the one that incorporated most of the elements from the actual game into the video, like the music box, the balloon boy, the mask. They did it pretty well. And Foxy being more like involved in the video with them being like saving Marvin from the animatronics, I thought that was pretty cool. So that's my reason for FNAF 2 being the best in the series so far. Still gotta
So
wait for
far, we
sister
got
location.
at least one more.
We're gonna see.
At least one more. We don't know if
We'll
there's
do a
gonna be a
review of
sixth one.
sister location when it comes out, if it does in like March.
If it does come out.
So be ready
I
for that
might
in
not be
March.
alive in March.
Yeah, I might die in March. You never know.
I might kill myself.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all fuckers later.